With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated, enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy, blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 1 of 4.
Etc.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Once again, faith helped St. Anthony overcome the demons. A ray of light shone from the roof, and the demons disappeared. St. Anthony the Great, Vegan, Venerated Hermit of the Desert, Part 1 of 2. Continue watching to find out more.
Vegan, or shall we have war anytime, anywhere, or everywhere?
When you see something you love in awe-inspiring Egypt, you can say, Darawiya. That means this is wonderful in Arabic. Greetings, enlightened viewers. My name is Sarah. The hospitable Egyptian people send you love and wish that your country be blessed with peace and abundance. Welcome to part 1 of the 2-part series entitled St. Anthony the Great, Vegan, Venerated Hermit of the Desert.
From his youth until his old age, he kept his zeal for asceticism. He did not give in to the desire for costly food. He was spoken of everywhere and was admired by everyone and sought even by those who had not seen him, which is evidence of his virtue and of a soul dear to God. Saint Athanasius, Saint Antony's biographer and disciple.
Christian monasticism began with small communities founded by the Desert Fathers, including St. Paul of Thebes and St. Anthony. St. Anthony was one of the first Christians to live as a hermit in the desert. A saint of divine wisdom and grace, St. Anthony provided the example that others would follow, including St. Pachomius the Great, who is regarded as the founder of Cenobitic monasticism. St. Anthony's life influenced countless people for generations, shaping the history of early Christianity. Born around 251 to a wealthy Christian family in the village of Coma, Egypt, St. Anthony was an obedient and contented child, not caring for material things. He preferred to stay at home with his parents rather than receive formal education and mix with other boys. The family attended church services regularly. St. Anthony was an attentive listener to the Holy Scriptures, absorbing what he learned in church and at home. When St. Anthony was around 20 years old, his parents passed away and he took on the responsibility of caring for his younger sister, Dias. A short time later, Anthony the Great heard the words from the Gospel of Matthew 19:21 during the reading of a Sunday sermon.
Jesus said to him, "If you would be perfect, go, sell what you possess, and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. And come, follow me."
St. Anthony heeded those words as if spoken solely to himself, and immediately sold his property and material goods to distribute the proceeds to the needy. He gave away some of his family's lands to his neighbors, and he left a small amount of money to his sister so she could live her life in the care of nuns in a convent. St. Anthony earned his living by doing manual labor and gave part of his earnings to the poor. Having learned many moralities from the holy men he met, St. Anthony lived a virtuous life, praying constantly in secret. He was well respected and loved by the villagers, who welcomed him as a member of the family. They called him God Beloved. Still, St. Anthony had temptation whispering to him about his wealth, the care of his sister, love of glory, of food, and the various pleasures of life he was missing.
Do not kill living beings in the threefold way, by mind, speech, and body, being intent on your spiritual welfare and abstaining from sins. Sutra Kritanga Sutra, Jainism.
Elegant viewers, let's contemplate on overcoming temptation and focus on the God within. We'll continue St. Anthony's inspiring story shortly here on Supreme Master Television. Please stay tuned. Welcome back to St. Anthony the Great Vegan, Venerated Hermit of the Desert, Part 1 of 2. Despite St. Anthony's sincere wish to devote himself wholly to God, the voice of temptation disturbed him day and night. When St. Anthony asked, "Who are you? Who speaks thus with me?" the voice answered, "I am called the spirit of lust. How many have I deceived who wish to live soberly?" But with determination, faith, and constant prayer, St. Anthony overcame all temptations. This was the first struggle for St. Anthony against such evil. He worked hard, observing strict discipline. He ate and slept very little. He ate only bread and salt and drank water, never meat or wine. He slept mostly on bare ground. Accustomed to manual work, he was mindful of St. Paul the Apostle's words, "The fibre of the soul is then sound, when the pleasures of the body are diminished." He wished to imitate the life of the prophet Elias, who said,
As surely as God of the angel armies lives, and before whom I take my stand, I'll meet with your master face to face this very day.
St. Anthony endeavored to be pure in heart and be ready to appear before God. He began his ascetic life by learning from others and living in one of the tombs near his village in solitude. He had requested bread be brought to him by one of his friends every few days. At one point, St. Anthony was attacked by a multitude of demons, leaving him on the ground, close to death. When he was found by his comrades, they carried him to the village church to recover. Many of his family and the villagers sat around his body. With seemingly only a breath left, at midnight he came to himself and arose. He asked his comrade to carry him back to the tombs without waking anybody. St. Anthony sang, "Though a camp be set against me, my heart shall not be afraid." He was a brave man with great faith in God, but the demons were relentless. A loud din shook the whole place at night, as if an earthquake had struck. They entered the walls of the dwelling in the forms of beasts, but still could not reach his helpless body lying on the ground. Once again, faith helped St. Anthony overcome the demons. A ray of light shone from the roof, and the demons disappeared. Having been freed from the pain and able to breathe again, St. Anthony begged the vision he had seen, saying, "Where were thou? Why did you not appear at the beginning to make my pains to cease?" A voice said,
Anthony, I was here. I waited to see your fight. Wherefore, since you have endured and has not been worsted, I will ever be a succor to you, and you will make your name known everywhere.
St. Anthony immediately rose and prayed. He had regained his strength. St. Anthony considered the solitude, austerity, and sacrifice of the desert as an alternative to martyrdom. At the age of 35, St. Anthony crossed the Nile in search of complete solitude to devote himself wholly to prayer and penance. On his way to the mountain in the desert, St. Anthony encountered evil again. This time, he was presented with a silver dish, but the saint was wise enough to know that finding a silver dish in a desert is a very unlikely occurrence without the work of a demon. He exclaimed,
O thou evil one, not with this shall you hinder my purpose. Let it go with you to destruction.
When St. Anthony said this, the silver dish immediately vanished. Then, as he moved on, he saw something again. This time it was not an illusion, but real gold scattered on the road. St. Anthony marveled at the amount of gold, but he ran away in a hurry and walked past it as if going over fire. He then found an old abandoned fort on a mountain by the Nile called Pispier, now Dar el Memum, with water within. Blockading the entrance with stones, he shut himself inside and lived there for 20 years in absolute solitude. His faithful friend brought food and threw it over the wall twice a year, storing up a 6-month supply. With admiration for the determination and dedication shown by St. Anthony, we look forward to learning more about his life and teachings.
Don't be vegan, because it's a pity to waste the hellfire without you in it.
Gracious viewers, we appreciate your company for today's episode. Join us again on Sunday, July 24th for part 2 of St. Anthony the Great Vegan, Venerated Hermit of the Desert. Coming up next is traditional Malay glutinous rice treats, part 2 of 2, Vegan Kue Seremuka, steamed cake with pumpkin coconut milk custard topping. Right after noteworthy news here on Supreme Master Television. May your faith in the Supreme be your light through eternity.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/ls.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/ls.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/ls.
Τα προγράμματά μας προσφέρονται σε πολλές γλώσσες. Παρακαλούμε δείτε suprememastertv.com/schedule και suprememastertv.com/ls.